That's fucking right. Oh my god, this is gonna be
an excellent fucking podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome. I am the BREWDCAST, and this is Bud Robinson. This is Leon Town, and this is Danhausen over here. I'm just kidding. I'm Bud. This is Town. That's Leon. Danhausen couldn't make it tonight.
The face you printed off could, though.
Yes. Danhausen was here, but then he saw that face and he fucking left. Which is fair, to be honest.
Wow. But, Leon, did you watch Revolution yet?
Nope.
Fuck.
I know pretty much everything that happens. So
okay, cool. Let's talk.
All right, let's do it.
I do exist on the internet, so yeah, spoilers are unavoidable.
Yeah. I did not know that Mark Briscoe tagged with the Lucha Brothers. I didn't watch the 6 Man.
That's from the
I had
pre-show.
no idea until they showed up at the other show. Yeah,
I told you to watch that, Bud.
No, you said it was fine, I guess. You didn't tell me who was in it. You just said Mark Briscoe was in it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you would have said the Lucha Brothers were there too, I would have absolutely watched it. No, I wouldn't have.
Which show? Oh, ROH stuff or what?
No, it's the pre-show for Revolution.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I saw, like, was it on Rampage that he did a promo and they came in and talked with him?
I think so.
That sounds right.
I think that's what it was, where I saw them come together. I'm like, I didn't know those guys were boys. Cool.
They're boys. Probably.
Dim boys.
I don't know.
Pals.
I don't know how they
Dim
identify.
boys.
They them boys. Them boys.
I didn't think that match was bad. It was solid, but
yeah. I mean, they can all go. I'm not surprised. But I also imagine they were relatively unprepared. Maybe not. I don't know.
it's pretty obvious he was going to win. You know. So
Give Mark the win.
blood paddle.
So next up was Ricky Starks, who defeated Chris Jericho by pinfall.
You didn't watch Dynamite tonight, Bud, did you?
I did.
Okay, so Ricky Starks and Juice Robinson, interesting.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all because we talked last
Jericho
week about that.
Jericho Appreciation Society versus the Elite versus the
House of Black.
House of Black, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That one sounds pretty wild.
That's gonna be a sick match. I'm excited about that.
That should be crazy. I thought the Starks Jericho match was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the right guy won. I thought it was exactly what it needed to be. I thought it was a banger of an opener.
Absolutely. I mean, both of them can go. Like Chris Jericho, we've said this a number of times, but like Chris Jericho at his age is still like he's still one of the best. Like,
yep.
There's no question there. So like his match with Ricky Starks was kick ass.
Very well done, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Boy, Jack Perry defeated Christian Cage in the final burial match. And
I love Christian's short sleeve turtleneck, his cutoff turtleneck. It's so fucking stupid, but it's so Christian. I thought this match was great. I enjoyed this match.
And the thing I appreciate about it is that it is stupid, but also it's Jeff Jarrett's attire. Aside from the boots, but I think he was wearing boots too. I think he was wearing just like dress boots, not cowboy boots. I don't remember.
While we're on Jeff Jarrett,
your favorite wrestler, yes,
he's got a big match on Dynamite next week.
Are you happy about that?
Oh, Joseph.
He is getting a shot at Orange Cassidy and the international title.
Which is what I.
Did they used to change the fucking name?
Yeah.
I was pondering this though tonight as I was sitting there watching that, processing that, and it's like the TNT belt was supposed to be the number 2 belt, but it's not.
No.
The number 2 belt is the All Atlantic or International. They're not. There's no way they're gonna have Orange Cassidy lose to Jeff Jarrett. If they do, they're stupid, and I don't know what I'll do.
I'll pee my pants. I don't.
The way they've been going, I could absolutely see them doing it through some fuckery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me in
why
the
would
least.
I just can't see Tony Khan with his youth movement thing, putting a fucking belt on a guy like that. I don't know.
Well, they just started this program between those, like, what do they call it? Triple J or whatever the fuck, and the best friends. And so, like, that would pretty much put the axe on that. If Jeff Jarrett won, like, Jeff Jarrett's got to move on.
Yeah. And I don't know if you feed Orange Cassidy to a Jeff Jarrett. I don't actually think you feed Orange Cassidy to anybody at this point.
No.
I think when the time comes, I think you have him lose that belt by a little fuckery, but then you got to move him on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because he reminds me, and this is a weird fucking comparison, but he reminds me of like 91 Intercontinental Champion Bret Hart. He goes out there, he fights every week. He has the best match of the night. Everything he does is good and tight, and he just keeps winning, and he's gaining momentum.
And he doesn't say much. I mean, that's another thing. It's like Bret Hart. Part of Bret Hart, at least for me, part of Bret Hart's allure was that up until he started the Hart family, he was kind of just like, he was just a wrestler. Like, he didn't do like really intricate promos or like anything like that. He just went out and wrestled. And that's pretty much what OC is doing.
That's really, and he is having he's had an incredible past few months. His matches are just off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I very much enjoyed that match with Big Bill.
I did too, and I
thought he was great in that.
I thought that's the other beauty of him right now is he's having good matches with everybody, not just one guy, not just a guy everybody can, but like he's having good matches with everybody, which is good. I mean, I still feel like if you built him right and if you caught a couple of lucky breaks here or there, you could push him to the top, and he could be your top guy. Absolutely. He's got that weird charisma and that weird star power. It's just everything he does is so unique. If you just hit that just right and that things just lined up, I think it would work. Will they do that, or are they going to do that? I'm not holding my breath.
I can see them doing that. I think Tony gets the appeal of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, but is there a limit to it? I mean, but I will say also when he first came in, he was a super big joke wrestler, and everything he did was comedy. And then he started working a little bit, and progressively he's moved away from the comedy. Now he's just kind of a wrestler. Yeah, but he's still him, you know. But he does stuff. So I don't know. He's evolving, which I guess was a concern when if you first see him. Like 3 years ago when he first came in, you saw him, you'd be like, well, what? That's going to get old. It's funny, but what are we going to do in 4 months when we've seen it 500 times? Yeah. And the answer is, well, he'll just change and evolve. And he's one of those guys that everything he does works. And I don't fucking get it. Because some of it is just so stupid, but it's so fantastic.
I think Danhausen is starting to be that way too. Like I watched,
dude,
I don't remember if I'm remembering the tag match.
We should talk about the tag match when it comes in order. I have things to say.
Yeah.
Let's refocus on whatever the hell we were just talking about.
Jack Perry defeating Christian Cage.
It had to be done that way. Yeah. Good match. Brought on a different side of Jungle Boy.
So last week when we talked about this, I said, why would you because this has to be the final match if Jungle Boy wins. And I'm like, why would you bring him back and then 2 weeks later send him on his way? Christian Cage, meaning Christian Cage. And no, they brought it. They found a way. Like especially with the Buried Alive match. I think they found a way to end the saga and make it.
They needed to. It was time because Jungle Boy's got to move on. Yeah. And I think Christian can come back and do. You know, he's perfect in that spot right now. Put him with those young guys that need the rub because he can give it to him, and he's so underrated, and he always was. Do you remember when he was Captain Charisma with Tyson Tomko?
Oh my god!
And they started pushing him towards like a title shot, and then they totally pulled the rug out from underneath him. Yeah. And then he went to TNA. That I look back on that, I'm like, if you would have ran with him and had him fucking cheat to beat John Cena to get the championship, which is what they should have done, you could have had something. You really could have had something.
I mean, look at his run in TNA. Like he was a big fucking deal in TNA. So I mean, they really shouldn't have. And then he went back to WWE and they dropped the ball again. Like they don't. You're absolutely right. He's 100% underrated, and we're seeing the best parts of Christian Cage in AEW right now. Because not only is he good, which he was in TNA, but now he's seasoned, and he's been in, TNA and WWE. So he has this this extra storytelling level of this is how you tell the story on TV, which not all veterans have.
Very true. I liked the match. I thought it was the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Next was House of Black defeating the Elite, which was sad.
I
get it.
So I know. I watched this match and I thought there's no way the Elite can lose. And then I thought, wait a minute. Can the House of Black really afford to lose? And then I saw the match of the House of Black won, which surprised the shit out of me. But I wasn't disappointed. And then tonight, the segment they did with them where they came out between the Elite and Jericho Appreciation Society, I was like, yeah, no, just let those guys have a run with the belts.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking amazing.
They are. Yeah. Yeah, because they run the gauntlet between heel and face. Like you can put them on either side.
That I think was the message tonight was the good guys, the bad guys, and the guys in the middle that are just like, fuck it. That's the way I took that.
Yeah.
The hell was I gonna say? The Elite. Do you think what I keep reading is that the Elite and Kenny Omega are gonna go to the E? I've read that so many places. I keep reading it, and then I think about it. I'm like, well, Cody went and they pushed Cody, and like if Omega went there, I could see him filling like an AJ Styles role.
But they have an AJ Styles.
But then at the same time, it's like they wouldn't fit there.
Yes. From what I've read, like interviews with Kenny Omega and like people who have talked with Kenny Omega about this, like it's on the table for him, not because of money, not because of how he'd be booked, not because of like he would, not for any of the conventional reasons people go to WWE.
It's the people he wants to work with.
He wants to go there like as an opportunity to work with those people. Exactly. Like there's this whole swath of people that he would get a chance to. And the one thing that I don't remember where I read it, maybe it was WON, was that, like they don't typically let people go to NJPW, and that's like he loves doing that. He enjoys doing NJPW, and he's been talking about going back to NJPW in the last month or two. And WWE won't let them do that. But for Kenny Omega, like I think they would make an exception, right? Like Kenny Omega's a big deal, a little bit.
Hey, but I have a question.
Yeah.
We know
Daniel back when he was at the height of his shit.
True.
When I'm WWE, I mean, as wrestling fans, we know where we rank Kenny Omega, and as AEW, we know where we rank Kenny Omega. How does WWE look at him?
It's a good question.
I'm legitimately like I don't know. This isn't me being a smartass. It's like, do they look at him as a guy who could come and be champion, or do they look at him as like a mid card worker guy? We could put the Intercontinental belt on him and give him a run. Like where does he go? Like how? And then I really think the fan bases are more split than we think they are. I don't think there's like a ton of people that watch both shows.
Yeah.
And are those?
I mean, we're out there, but there's not that many. Yeah, it's not a ton of.
So if I'm a hardcore WWE person, and I see Kenny Omega, am I going to boo him because he's on the other side? Like I don't know where they see him, and I just don't know how he would. How they like that would be my question. Like how are you going to use me if I'm Kenny Omega? Like what are we going to do?
Yeah. I think Kenny has those questions too. Like,
yeah, well, he has to.
I think it's less focused on like, you better put me in the main event, as opposed to like good stories and good feuds and good wrestling matches. Because I think that's what he's focused on. I don't think he cares where he is on the card.
They could have him play the role of Uncle Howdy for Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Heard that's going really, really well.
I've heard that too.
Really well. Captivating television. I'm going to say something unpopular to Leon, but I just don't think... I think Bray Wyatt's great, but I don't think Bray Wyatt has it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a character, and he's different, and he's unique, but is it the fact that WWE kept pulling the rug, or is it the fact that he can't grasp us that way? Because with Bray Wyatt, it's always the, oh my God, this is cool, where is it going, and then you get there and it sucks. Every time.
Or it makes not very much sense.
I think all the prior times it was the booking fucking pulled the rug out from underneath him. This time it's been, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, at least with the cult leader thing, with Firefly Funhouse, with the Fiend, like, you could see where it was going. Honestly, I've come to the point where I feel like when they had the Fiend win the title, that was probably the worst thing they ever could have done for him. Because, like, the only way, like, having him lose it at any point as the Fiend, they had booked themselves into a corner. Like, they really easily could have had him working matches both as Bray and as the Fiend, and Bray can lose. Bray is a person. Bray's fallible. Bray's not fucking invincible monster that's unkillable. Like, the whole thing with Finn and the Demon. Like, the Demon is fucking unbeatable, unkillable, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, they could have had just Bray lose it at that point, but no, they gotta have the Fiend go into the cell and fucking get beaten to smithereens with a chair until they have a DQ in a match that doesn't have DQs. Like, they completely fucked that over. And you can go all the way back to to Mania with Cena, not the fucking Firefly Funhouse match with Cena, but the one where the entire fucking crowd was singing "The Whole World Is in His Hands," and still we got to have Cena go over.
I remember
that
being
fucked
mad.
him so hard.
That's a problem. They never give him the wins he needs, and now we're supposed to. Maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. He
gets these feuds, and you're involved with it, and you're invested, and then nope, can't win that. Nope, and then he fucking just spins his tires at that point.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah,
but this whole like, no secret, I'm the biggest fucking fan of his, especially in our group here. I love his shit, but the Uncle Howdy thing is like it's just been meandering, and there's never been the where the fuck is this going? What are we doing? It's just been more questions. Eventually, you got to start answering some of those fucking questions. Otherwise, people like even me, you start to lose interest. Like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
Like, you got to start giving answers. You can't have everything be more questions.
I think a good move for AEW would have been to prop Bray Wyatt in as Wyndham Rotundo, and then had him just for one night and have him lose in 4 seconds to Orange Cassidy.
Asshole.
I mean, you had me up until that last part. I actually legitimately, that would have been cool to have him come in as Wyndham and see how it goes.
I so disagree on that, and initially I wouldn't have, but his style and what he does, he shouldn't have gone to AEW because his shit just was the AEW fan base isn't.
It doesn't fit in so much with their stuff, yeah.
No. The House of Black.
The House of Black. Their stuff really is far into the spooky stuff that they,
and they've got some pretty good theatrics with that. They've got good theatrics, but even that, it's like that's you could. I don't think he would have worked.
Yeah.
They're really overdoing the lights go out and then ta-da, we're here thing with them too.
Hi, my name is Paul Heyman. I did it all the time. Just saying.
Oh shit. That is a fucking Heyman trope, isn't it?
It is. It is.
But us wrestling smarks love it.
I don't mind it. I get where you're coming from though. Like
it's got its place, but they have overused the fuck out of it.
It's constant, yes, because it's in their entrance. It's if they're ever going to come out, the lights go out. If they're leaving the ring, they're taking a dump. Like it doesn't matter, the lights have to go out.
They actually wipe with the lights out. They're having some issues in AEW locker room with that. Yeah, so. All right, bud, next match. I don't even know how we got where we just got.
I don't know.
The fuck were we talking about? I don't even remember. The House of Black.
House of Black defeating the Elite. Jamie Hayter defeated Saraya and Ruby Soho. This was an excellent match. Saraya, I don't know. Like I think Subi Rojo can go just fine. Like Jamie Hayter is awesome. Ruby Soho is awesome. Saraya's fine.
Hey Leon, my favorite wrestler is Subi Rojo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I wasn't quite sure if he said that or my brain did that.
He fucking said that. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna interrupt, but I was obviously visually fucking confused, or visibly. There we go. Yeah, that. Sorry, my apologies.
I really wanted Ruby Soho to like go full Stone Cold at the end of this match. Really wanted that. Like she kicked the asses of like what the people they're calling the freelancers or the outsiders. Then she kicked Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker's ass, and that would have been super cool for her to just like go into business by herself and like she's just kicking everybody's ass. But now didn't she side with one of them? Then? Yeah, she sided with Saraya and Toni Storm. And to be completely honest, I think that she's now like the leader. Like
that was
maybe that's not how they're playing it, but
that was kind of the vibe that I got. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was a good move. Going back to this match, I thought it was good. Like it wasn't bad, but Saraya's like a step behind.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's got to kind of get that. I get it. She hasn't wrestled in years. I've seen better women's matches in the AEW. I thought like this wasn't bad, but it just felt. I wouldn't call this the low point in the show, but it was close. I just thought it was a step behind, and then the turn
just
at the
wasn't
end,
what you expected from those three.
I expected a little more. I expected a little more pop out of it. And the other problem is a lot of the other shit was really, really good.
Yes.
So I'm not like if you would have watched this on Dynamite, if this would have been a Dynamite main event, you'd have been like, that was a good fucking main event. Like this was not a bad match by any stretch of the imagination. I just think the ending and then the turn was so fucking predictable. I saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
It was so phoned in, but at the same time tonight I watched, then I'm like, perhaps that was done on purpose because I thought tonight was amazing. I thought she did great tonight. So
Toni Storm and Saraya, as good as they are as heels together, didn't seem to have a purpose other than we're outsiders. People don't like us, and I kind of like didn't get that story.
We're the bad girls.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Ruby Soho comes in and she gives this promo, which was a great fucking promo tonight. And I'm like, fantastic. I get it. Like I get it now. She gave the group like a story. She gave them a purpose to be there.
They're playing it that she's been pulling the strings on those guys.
No,
from the get-go. Then
I wouldn't say that.
No? Okay,
but what I would say is that Saraya can sort of cut a promo, and Toni Storm can sort of cut a promo, and Subi Rojo, as we're now calling her, she can fucking talk.
Yeah.
and she can work, and she's good. She's just good. So, like, to me, it's like we're getting her doing something great.
And
it's great.
We have talked about on this podcast before that she needs a spot. Like Ruby Soho
and
is
I think
amazing,
she just got a
she
pretty
has
prominent
Subi
one.
Rojo.
Absolutely. Subi Rojo.
Destination, Subi Rojo.
Now you sound like Taz.
That's not going anywhere.
No, I don't think so.
That match wasn't bad. What they're doing, I like it. It wasn't the right time to take the belt off of Hayter.
No, absolutely not.
I'm just curious. The bigger overarching storyline in this whole thing is that Britt Baker is going to turn on Jamie Hayter because of jealousy. That's the storyline we're telling. And it's
I'm honestly surprised it's taken this long for that to happen.
Yeah, but I don't think they knew they were going to get Saraya, and Saraya had to fight somebody important, so it was Britt. And then Saraya, like, the whole thing got flipped because of the promo. Saraya the crowd turned on her. So then now they had to do this. They changed storyline midstream. I don't think this was the plan. So I think their intention was to turn Britt a lot sooner. But you can't do it if...
I don't know if they just leave them alone, at least for the time being. Because, like...
Well, no, I'm
those two as faces, like... I don't know, like, there's something there. There's, like...
Oh, there is, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you turn Britt anytime soon.
Right.
I'm saying the long-term overarching storyline is Britt Baker's going to turn on her.
I mean, maybe,
and we all know that.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence. Like if you had told me that before Saraya got here, absolutely.
Gotta see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting storyline. I give them kudos because they haven't done a whole lot of good things in that women's division, and now this is actually, I think this can turn out to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're making some really good moves in the women's division. I think
they're making good moves all around.
Yeah.
So what do we got next, bud?
Hangman Adam Page defeated Jonathan Moxlington.
Hey, John Moxley bled, Leon.
So he had a match or a promo.
One of my favorite.
Or he was on screen.
One of my
hard poop.
He walked past the camera, and he just burst into blood. One of my favorite lines from that match was when they were talking about how he was wearing the Crimson Mask, and Excalibur said something to the effect of, if John gets hit by a strong breeze, he's going to get busted open. Which, like...
For real. Absolutely 100% for sure.
This was a fucking wild match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they told a good story. I thought the wrestling was good. I thought it was just a good match. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Yeah.
The ending was fantastic. They're turning Mox heel.
Yeah.
And they're turning the whole Blackpool Combat Club heel, which I think is actually a good move.
Mm-hmm.
With Wheeler kind of being that, I don't know if we should be doing this, guys.
Is he though?
He's the one? Really?
I don't see that.
I feel like he was like he's been at the forefront of going out and doing the dastardly fucking dirty shit so far.
They're trying to make it like Antonio or Claudio Castagnoli's the one making him doing it. So like they act like he's the one telling them, I'll be bad, mean, and tough and all that shit. I think it's great. I think Mox as a heel is a good idea.
Okay.
This match though was the barbed wire scratching across the bat. There was some shit on there. And I thought for sure it was gimmick barbed wire, and then like you watch it happen and their backs just get ripped open. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not gimmick barbed wire. These guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hangman had to win. I don't think there's any argument. And then what are they gonna do? Are they gonna go back to this again? Like
it seems like they already are. Like looking at tonight, I think it's more about the bigger picture, the Dark Order against Blackpool, and I would be, that
feels like it would be a really, really, really one-sided feud.
I think in that case, Hangman needs to join,
and I think that's where it's.
And I think the Dark Order has been floundering, and this program that they've been doing between Page and Moxley and bringing the Dark Order in has leveled them up a little bit, but now like attach them to the Hangman, and like you can do something there. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll stick with this whole.
I don't know if you necessarily, and if you have to like say he's part of Dark Order, but having him do more with them, I think would be good.
Yeah.
They're giving Evil Uno a little bit of a rub. I like that.
Yeah.
I like those three guys. I like.
Mm-hmm.
When the Dark Order first came in and they had all those guys, those were probably my three favorite. But I didn't think this was bad. I thought this was good. I thought this was a really good match. I thought it was
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah.
The brick of getting the hand smash between the bricks.
Oh Jesus Christ! My hand hurts just thinking about that.
Like, yeah, that was one I didn't. That was when I was like, ooh. Then that bump that Page took on the outside to go to the barbed wire, where he just overshot it and missed.
Yeah.
By missing it, that looked like it hurt way more.
I think so.
Oh.
Again, commentary team sold that perfectly. They were like, "Oh, he led with his head, but that means that he didn't get stuck on the barbed wire." I was like, "Dude, good job, good job, way to."
They do a better job. They do a better job of not being weird about commentary, though.
Yeah.
Good match. What was after that one, bud?
Wardlow defeating Samoa Joe. Which
I thought this was the low point of the show.
I would agree. It was. It was fine.
It was fine. It wasn't. It wasn't groundbreaking, and it wasn't. I mean, did you fucking think that Powerhouse Hobbs was going to win tonight?
No.
No, neither did I. I never thought that. I thought they were going to make Wardlow look strong. And he immediately lost the belt.
And that's this. I mean, that's the second time they've done that. Like, it wasn't this quick last time, but Wardlow got it, and then like, I don't know, a month later he lost it to Samoa Joe.
No, it was longer than that. He had a little bit of a run, but it wasn't as long as you thought it would be. Maybe we've learned that we can't have Wardlow chase the title. Maybe it's not like because when he gets it, he can't.
Maybe
maybe it's we need to put him onto something bigger. But I was stunned that I was really happy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike Wardlow. I think Wardlow needs to get a fair shake. But like Powerhouse Hobbs, I think he's gonna do more with that belt than Wardlow would have.
I think presently Powerhouse Hobbs is the more interesting character.
I think he's got more depth.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah. Like they've tried to introduce some of that with the Samoa Joe thing, but it's not there yet. Like his depth is not there yet.
No.
And this sets
not
up
that he needs a ton of depth because he's just going to kick your ass. That's his gimmick.
Yeah, but
he does need some. He needs more than he has.
He needs some because otherwise he's just another big guy. He's just another Brock Lesnar wannabe, which he's not. He's super not, and we need to see that.
I agree. This match was just meh. It was okay.
It was fun.
Ending was weird. I mean, I got why they did it. They had him win by a sleeper hold. Great.
The Guns defeating the Acclaimed Triple J and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. Orangehausen, as we've been calling them.
Why did Danhausen have to eat the pin?
Oh, yeah, I guess he was the one.
Why did he have to eat the pin?
I mean,
the Acclaim couldn't eat the pin. But maybe like Jeff Jarrett could have ate the pin and could have accidentally broken his neck and died. Oh, sorry.
You took it a little far.
Sorry.
He could have, but he's Jeff Jarrett, so he didn't. I
like this match. I thought this match, I wasn't expecting too much out of it, but it was actually a pretty good match. And to be honest, I thought Jeff Jarrett played his role in this match amazingly. So there's a Jeff Jarrett compliment. Everyone, you're welcome.
Holy shit.
And that's the last one.
The thing...
He lost a bet.
There's a few things about this match that I noticed. One is let Danhausen work a little so we can actually see how much we got. I need that. The Acclaimed are really over. And I don't know what they're going to do with them. Because the clear track right now is the Guns are going to fight FTR. The Guns are great. I love the Guns. It amazes me in these matches like this with all these guys that every single time Orange Cassidy gets in the ring, the place goes fucking bananas. and everything he does, he's just like, I don't like it. Initially, I understood it. He's unique. He's different because he's like coming out just doing the thumbs up shit, not wrestling. But now it's just like it's on a different level. He probably every night is in the top 2-3 pops that they get consistently. So it's just like that one. That's what I took away from that. Other than that, I mean, it was a good match. I thought it was a good match.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I was more interested when FTR came out.
Yeah.
And I think FTR. So apparently they're under contract longer than everybody thinks.
Well, I mean, of course they are. They've been trolling us.
And that's kind of what I think, because everybody's saying, "Oh, they're leaving. They're going back to WWE." And part of me is like, I don't know about that, because Tony Khan went out of his way this year to make them the best team in the world and get them, over and booked and stuff. And they were amazing. And last year, I should say. Now this year, let's give them the tag belts, and let's keep the tag belts on them to like, I don't know, May 2024.
Or, hear me out. Don't give them the tag belts. And that's the linchpin. Like their promo tonight was all about all of this stuff that has gone wrong in 2023. This is the linchpin, and that's the thing that causes them to turn with CM Punk.
That's not bad, but isn't the story that we're telling with the Guns and the FTR, doesn't FTR have to win?
I don't think so. I think they're fine if they don't. And you can revisit it later. Like at this point, they've had one match? Yeah?
They've had a couple.
Okay.
They've had a couple. But if you listen to that promo, to me, it's like, that'd be a hell of a swerve, though.
Yeah.
But I always struggle with that. Why would you bring somebody back that's going to get a babyface pop and then turn him right away? So.
Also, yes. WWE yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
You got to ride that pop out a little bit. So,
yeah.
I don't know. If anything's possible, I think they're going to win those belts. Just let them go. Just let them be the champs and put on matches with whoever the fuck they want. Don't take those belts off of them.
Yeah.
Just literally let them go. And that's one thing that I've noticed. Another thing with AEW is, like, the first year and a half there was like no title changes, and now we're starting to get a lot of title changes.
Still far less than the E though. Like,
oh well, God, the E, yeah.
I think the TNT title has probably been the one that's bounced around the most.
Yep.
But they're pretty good about like keeping the titles in one spot to like
make them more important. Yeah.
Build legitimacy for the team and for the title.
Yep.
The last one, MJF
and make it mean something when they do change hands.
Yes, absolutely. I think they understand that better than. They definitely understand it better than Vince, because I think Vince was more about the swerve and less about the title. If that makes any sense. Oh wow. So the last match of the night, MJF defeating Bryan Danielson in a sudden death overtime. I watched this just before I edited our podcast from last week, where we said we didn't want to see sudden death. And they did it well. I think they did it.
And I had no complaints. I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see 0-0 sudden death.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That was my bigger complaint.
Especially with Bryan Danielson, who's done this a few times.
My expectations of this match were that Bryan was going to stretch him, and they were going to have long sections of the match where they were on the ground and Bryan was like to protect MJF. I was wrong, because you don't need to protect MJF. MJF can fucking go. That's what I got out of this match. He's that dude. He's that fucking dude. What we need to see, though, is we need to see more of that.
Yeah.
We need to see him, because this match just stunned me how good it was. Not how good it was, but how well he did.
I'm going to disagree with you there. And I thought about this during the match while I was watching the match. MJF comes out all the time, says, I'm a spectacle. I'm a spectacle. And watching that match, I'm like, he's fucking right. Because, like, he has these he has these programs that are predictable and sort of dumb through the like in between pay-per-views, right? But when you get to the pay-per-view, that's the fucking match, and he goes balls out for it. Like him and Darby Allin, him and Bryan Danielson, like every match that he's had, people are surprised. And like we talked about the scrum a little bit online.
But the scrum was fucking great.
It was.
So what
and he talked about how he prepared for that match, and he also talked about how everybody forgets how good he is. And that's true. And I think he does that on purpose. I think he wants to go into every match with everybody thinking that there's no way he's going to win. Because then when he wins, it's a bigger fucking deal.
I agree. I think he's really smart.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think did you see when he dumped the drink on the kid?
Oh, God.
He got a little heat for that, but that's whatever. We've said about Max for a long time that he was one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to see more, and we need to see more, and we need to see more. And I saw a shit ton more on Sunday. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things where it's like, this guy is really fucking good. This guy's that guy. If you just, I really don't want to see another thing where some guy wants to fight him has to go through like 8 things. Like, I'm tired of that, Run this gauntlet, do this.
It's fucking coming.
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see.
Absolutely know it's coming.
We'll see, because I don't know who's next. I don't know what they're doing next. But
he's not fucking fighting anyone without it.
But they need to not fucking do that. And you could say they'll do it. I don't know if they will or they won't. We'll find out. But they need to stop. They need to stop fucking doing that. They need just a normal, I think what they need is a feud where he wants to fight somebody because he's pissed off. I think that's the next step for him. Even though that's kind of not his character. But, like, that's part of I want to see it because I want to see how he does in that situation.
I don't have any dream matches. I'm not a fucking mark.
The fucking scrum was just...
That was so fantastic.
Answering the thing about, like, sitting there fucking calling everybody marks because they want him to wrestle. It's like, wow, golly, we want the champion to wrestle. Fuck, we're idiots. Jeez.
Hey, Leon.
Like, he wants to be compared to fucking Rick in his prime and all that shit. Rick was fucking going 60 minutes every goddamn night.
Hey, Leon?
Yeah?
You're a fucking mark, bro. He's working your ass. He's fucking working you.
I'm a wrestling fan.
He's working you. That's what he wants you.
That's the whole thing of it, though.
That's how he wants you to feel.
We've had this same argument. No, it's not. We've had the same argument about fucking Roman, where it's not. I want to see him get beat. I just want him to go the fuck away because he bores the shit out of me. Great, he's gonna wrestle once every 4, 5, 6 months, and then it's gonna be good. That's fucking boring as shit. I don't care how good it is.
I think he wrestled more than you give him credit for.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Look through his cage match shit.
The past few months he has.
He has single-digit numbers of matches every year since AEW's existed.
You hate him.
He has not had double-digit fucking matches in a year.
Leon hates MJF. Leon doesn't like everybody. Everybody.
Thing where, you need to come pay and see me. Yeah, we do that all the fucking time.
Fucking Christ.
Leon doesn't. Bunch of marks because you want to see the champion wrestle. You fucking marks.
Leon doesn't like heels.
I like heels when they're done well. Not this fucking where you're boring the piss out of me.
You hate him.
I don't want
you talk about
That's the thing. I don't even want to see him get his ass kicked. I want him to go the fuck away because he's boring me. He's doing the same shtick over and over and over again. It's not entertaining. It's not interesting. It's boring as shit to me. I'm sorry. I wasn't watching when The Rock was around. I missed out on his go. Missed out on his go. I'm sorry.
Very similar. Similar hair for a while, too.
That's true. I see both sides of the coin. Like, I see the appeal of MJF because I'm looking at it through his eyes. But looking at it through a fan's eyes, as we've talked about here before, like, he's one-dimensional. He seems very one-dimensional until you get him in the ring. When you get him in the ring, he like explodes. But like, he has had a lot of high-profile matches and feuds. He has had a lot of like, but they all sort of end up being very samey. And so like, I totally get, Leon, I totally get what you're saying. Like, that's really fucking boring.
He does need to have a different feud. I'm not arguing that point at all. I like this match because this match was something different, and he had to do something different, and I thought he did really, really well. So, I think we need to see him more. I think that's a flaw, and that was a flaw when Hangman was champ too. You have this guy who's a champion, you don't put him on TV enough, and there's weeks where we don't see enough MJF. We need he should be on the show every week. You know, doing something. Yeah. And if that's, you know, I'm okay if he's not wrestling every week, if he's building a feud or if he's building something, fine, great. But if he's just like not there, or it's like a video clip. Oh, here's an MJF video clip that's like 2 weeks old and he's just not there. It's like, okay. Because he wasn't on the night, which was fine. But those promos they cut after the match that him and Brian both cut, I thought those were pretty fucking good. Brian's was good. I want to know what they're doing with him. That one will be interesting.
I think he's out for a little while anyway. Like, I don't think he's out.
Yeah. But, oh god, yeah. I think he's not gonna be there for a bit.
I feel like I kind of see him coming back at some point, 2-3 months maybe. Yeah. And fucking going against the Blackpool Combat Club. And not directly, but like trying to like convert them or trying to remind them where they came from.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the story is going with him, because that one has a lot of potential to be pretty interesting. And Brian Danielson can do. That guy can literally do anything.
That's true.
It's just like he's a pretty incredible guy. So very interested to see. Overall, I thought this was a damn good pay-per-view.
Yes.
Like, I thought it was a damn good pay-per-view. As I was watching the end of the pay-per-view and listening to his press conference promo, the other side of me in my head is thinking, is CM Punk going to come back and just attack MJF?
He could.
Is that the feud though? Can you do that?
I mean,
like, that's or does it have to fucking be Omega and the Bucks?
I think you can do either.
That would make sense.
Like, Omega and the Bucks is the one that, like, the iron's hot. You got to jump on that, because the MJF Punk thing's always going to be, I don't know. But he keeps saying he's the best in the world, and it's like, okay, we know what that reference is. Like, we know what you're talking about.
I mean, yeah, he made a lot of references that were
I don't know if you saw the side-by-side image comparisons between MJF after MJF and his scrum and Punk and his scrum at All Out. Like, it's mirror fucking images.
Yep. That has to be the long-term plan.
Yeah, that can't be unintentional.
That's the thing with the pickles too. Like, these pickles are so fucking good. Like, I watched the All Out post-media scrum, and I'm like, he's aping CM Punk on purpose right now.
He was.
Like, he's calling him out. Like, that's exactly what he's doing. Which is great. Like, that's great psychology. But also, like, do something with it.
If you brought Punk back and had him attack MJF, what would that crowd do?
That's a great question.
I almost think it depends on where they are.
CM Punk has been pretty vilified by the fan base, and most people don't and most people don't want him to come back. And there's a lot of people that are they're smart wrestling fans out there. Are they just going to boo him no matter what he does? Or are we gonna get? Oh, fuck it, he's back. We're glad he's back, and we cheer him. That's hard. I don't know.
As Chris Jericho pointed out in the All Out scrum, that's how baby faces go. Or that's how if you go away as a heel and come back, you're going to be a baby face. And I think I could totally see CM Punk bucking that trend, but it would be a hard thing to do.
I just want him to come back as a heel so bad, and I want him to have a run, and I just want him to be that guy, that fucking just asshole, fucking evil fucking person that he can be. I want to see him heel, like I really do, and I want to see him heel, and I want to see him unload, because I think it'd be great. Because I just
he will. I think in that case though, I think he's the heel against the Elite. We sort of bounced back and forth before, but I think the Elite is clearly babyface right now.
I think he's the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, based on the response they got when they came back and everything that's going on, they're the fucking baby faces.
Yeah.
But there's a story there too. You're gonna boo me even though you don't know what happened. Fuck that. There's so much they can do there. There's a lot they could do wrong, but hopefully they don't do any of that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited for him to come back. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
And who do you think MJF's going to fight next?
I don't think it's Stax. Although I guess it could be. Who came out and kicked his ass tonight? I feel like that's what happened. Nobody came
Starks?
Out. Yeah.
Juice Robinson.
Oh, that's right. So it's not him. The names that they dropped were him, Darby. I can't think of anybody else right now. Darby would be a nice choice because Darby hasn't been doing anything. But
Darby was the champion and he took time off to shoot a movie or something.
So
that's where he's been. I thought it was going to be Hangman, but it's not going to be Hangman.
No.
But who else do you have up there?
I don't know, Town.
Jeff Jarrett?
Yes. And MJF runs him over with a truck. Jungle Boy would make sense.
I don't think Jungle Boy's ready for that.
Well, I think...
But you could tell the story if he gets closer this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could.
I think this is... I think if Jungle Boy goes for it, it's a... Holy shit, he's close. Kind of a thing.
And that's what they need. That's a good point. That would actually be a really good move. I wouldn't put that on a pay-per-view though. I'd put that on a big Dynamite.
Yeah. Also, kind of, I imagine that they would the natural way to go with that feud would be the thing that we've seen 1,000 times. Jungle Boy has to fight everybody and their mother before he gets to fight MJF.
Maybe. I could think of 5 other ways to do that. But that seems to be the track record.
That's his thing.
Not what I would do, but yeah. Do you have any other exciting wrestling news? Vince McMahon was backstage at Raw.
Oh no.
Rocking a stash.
Oh no.
That was proven to be false.
Really?
Yeah, that was fake. He didn't really have that mustache. Whoever did that got somebody photoshopped that. People believe it. I saw it. I'm
a really good job, man.
I saw it.
Really fucking good job.
I saw it. I'm like, that's not fucking real. I didn't think it looked real at all. But yeah, that's.
You to disagree.
What a strange thing to What a strange thing to try to convince the world of. He has a mustache. Ha ha ha.
Gotcha. If you saw the mustache, though.
Well, now I have to look it up. Vince McMahon with a mustache.
I didn't.
Yes.
Leon bought it.
Take me to the
creepy. But it's still real to him, damn it. It's a great picture, Vince.
He doesn't look well.
He's fucking 80.
Creepy mustache aside. Yeah, but he doesn't look. he doesn't look like he's in good health. Like he looks thin.
They took away his company, bud. Brock Lesnar's fighting Omos. I still find that hilarious.
Jesus.
That WrestleMania card looks really, really fucking weird. But we're gonna do our previews for that like in 2 weeks. Do our picks.
Yeah,
what we do.
That's what we do. It's
I
think John Cena wins the whole thing.
Well, he's there, Super Cena, but you've also got Super Roman. But you also had Super Austin and Super Rock, well, Super Trips, then Super Austin.
Yeah.
Then Super, kind of Super Brett and Sean, but not really. Super Warrior. Super Hogan was a long one. And then Super San Martino and Super Backlund.
Are you just going to go all the way back to the beginning of the 20th century?
I'm trying to remember who was before San Martino, and I can't. So
okay.
Stanley is Sabisco. That's not right. That's completely false. Completely false. What would Vince McMahon do if he had Hulk Hogan in his prime, Steve Austin in his prime, and Roman and Cena in his prime in a 4-way match? Who would he put over?
You know that meme that they have of Vince McMahon falling over in his chair?
Yeah, it'd be the bottom one.
It would be that.
I think it'd be Hogan.
Yeah.
I think it'd be Hogan.
Hogan was his guy. 100%.
Well, Hogan was his type. Austin was not. For Vince's likings, Austin was actually pretty small.
Yeah.
You know. Cena, Roman. I wonder if Vince ever sits back and regrets pushing Roman the way he did. Or if in his mind it's like, I told you it'd work, but it just worked a totally different way that you weren't really
a part of.
Didn't want to do. Yeah. You know.
I think he's narcissistic enough to be like, no, this is all nobody understood it, what I was doing.
I'm worried.
The misunderstood
I'm
genius thing.
I'm worried for WWE because if he gets creative back, we're gonna know when it's gonna be. It's not good because they're really on an upswing right now, and I'm happy for him. Like I want WWE to be good, but
me too, because I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think AEW
I want him to be good, but with him in charge, I just don't see it happening.
No. He's
no. AEW really came around at the perfect time if you think about it, because it was when Vince was like at his most insane, doing the weirdest stuff, and he let all these really good wrestlers that he didn't want to push go, and they had the money to pay him, and it was like, okay, cool, I'll go here instead. It just really worked out.
I think that's the big thing is that he was letting go of talent that would do fine on the indies, but if they had another platform, and they do, like, the sky's the limit.
I would love a world where, like, we would look at the rosters and like be like, they would look and be like, okay, we have AJ Styles, who's okay, but he doesn't really fit us. And like AEW has that really tall guy. Let's make a trade, or let me use him for a while. You know what I mean? Like that would be awesome. Yeah, tall man, tall man, town no like.
Tall man has name, even if you don't like him.
I do. I don't have a reason to dislike him. I dislike that whole thing.
Yes.
I don't personally dislike him. I hope he turns out to be well because he's really tall, and that'd be cool to see a tall guy again do something like Andre. Maybe he's better than Andre.
Or Big Show. I mean, we can say all we want about Big Show, but Big Show had a really good career.
Big Show could work.
He did some really good stuff. Like he also did some really shitty stuff. But like with I think Satnam Singh or other guys like him, I think under Big Show's tutelage could avoid that shit.
Oh God, yeah, they could easily. But again, Andre was a guy that got built up the right way because he was a spectacle. He wasn't an everyday thing. He was I'm here. And Andre didn't wrestle all the time either, and that's what made Andre so unique. When he wrestled, it was a big deal.
Yeah, and people tuned
in. That would be my argument in a way against what you said about MJF, Leon, of when he wrestles, it's a big deal because he doesn't wrestle that often. But your argument of him of saying he doesn't wrestle at all, he should wrestle more. He should wrestle more, but he doesn't need to wrestle every week. That's not who he is as a champion. It's not his character. But he does need to get
fucking.
He needs to do, like, I'm not going to argue that point, but he doesn't need to wrestle every week. But he shouldn't go like a 2-month period without wrestling either. You know, a couple times a month would be, or at least once a month would be good. Just get him out there. But right now, you don't get shit for months on end.
Double digits.
Yeah. I had 11 matches.
We think he should wrestle.
It's bullshit, Leon. That's bullshit. Why would you expect a wrestler to wrestle?
Oh, because we're marks.
I mean, it is part of his character though, and it fits his character to a fucking T.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's that point where you have to be careful not to cross the line too far. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he never wrestles, fuck him, I don't even care. Even though I know he can go, why the fuck doesn't he go? You know, so you have to be careful with that.
That's kind of it's not exactly a 1-for-1, but that's kind of the issue I had with Orange Cassidy back in the day. Like, he can do all this amazing shit, why doesn't he? Like, but now he's found a nice balance with it where he still does all the character stuff.
Oh, not as much.
He also fucking busts out all of his insane fucking wrestling ability.
Yeah.
But I think what they did with Orange Cassidy was they built the character in that piece first, and then they added the other stuff on later. Because with him, there's kind of like this like upward moving story of he's just a joke guy, he's funny, cool, great. And then it was, oh, he can do this, he can do that. And then it was like, oh, he can actually wrestle. He's still fucking around, then now he's wrestling more than he's fucking around. So I think that was on purpose.
Like, I think they found a decent balance in it though. Mm-hmm. Like, I have definitely come around on him. It's not just he's not going to actually wrestle. He's just going to be, he's just going to jerk you around and put his hands in his pockets. He actually goes out there and does what he's capable of.
Bret Hart, man.
And I enjoy the shit out of it. Yeah. He's really fun to watch. He's entertaining. He is a fantastic professional wrestler with an interesting character.
Thanks for coming around on that one, Jim Cornette Jr.
Oh, fuck you.
Y'all are going to have a fight one of these days, and we're going to have to record it.
I don't want to fight Leon. I'm just going to hold him down and tell him it's okay.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
Uncomfortably spoon him till he calms down. Okay, I'll hold you.
I'll record that too. We can release that on a different.
I do like being the little spoon.
But I'll get in there. It'll be a 3-way spoon. Yeah, that'd be great.
And that'll be our new banner for our YouTube channel.
I mean, it wouldn't be far off. I mean, it sounds pretty much right for what we do.
I would agree. So this has been Bud and Leon in town talking about Revolution. Hasn't that been nice? What are you doing?